Hey, first grade, I thought I'd try something a little bit different this week for our reading lessons. So as you can see, we have our anchor chart here that talks about all the things we've been working on, getting to know our characters along the way. So we have our information about Mr. Putter and Tabby that we've learned, our main character and our secondary character. And you remember we were working on reading to learn a little bit more. So we added more to our webs. So today we're going to work on notice when the feelings change. So I have some pages here from Mr. Putter and Tabby Paint the Porch. So hopefully you were able to listen to that book last week. It's super funny. Isla was telling me about how much she loves the book. It's got a lot of funny illustrations too, so it cracks me up. I have just a few pages that I was going to share with you here. These are the pages where I feel like there were really strong feeling changes in the book by Mr. Putter. And so I have some sticky notes here that I already made to show you what I jotted down. So here's the beginning. The story starts out, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, Mr. Putter and Tabby are happy. And then Mr. Putter notices, remember that the porch needs painting, so they decide to paint the porch. So this is the part where they're starting out painting and Mr. Putter is singing and they're having a good old time. So I could really put this sticky note here or I could put it here. So I kind of just stuck it in the middle and I'm going to write what is the feeling that he has at the top, happy, and then why he's having fun painting. Okay, so then if you remember, the squirrel comes along and Tabby goes after the squirrel, and Mr. Putter is frustrated because the squirrel's getting pink footprints all over the porch. So I added a new sticky note here and wrote frustrated at the top, and then why, because the squirrel gets into the paint. And then the paint is all over the porch and Tabby, and footprints are everywhere. Mrs. Teaberry comes, and they're both like, oh my, what happened? So they were worried. So Miss Harris put worried on this sticky note. Why? Because the paw prints were all over the porch. Then this is when Zeke comes along and he's chasing the squirrel when Mr. Putter decides to paint the porch blue. And so I put shocked, look at Tabby's face, and I put Zeke spills the paint. And then remember in the next chapter, Mr. Putter is definitely determined that he's going to finally paint this porch yellow. So I wrote determined, finally paints the porch. And then towards the end, Mr. Putter and Tabby were sitting there on the swing, and he was going to tell a funny story. And then the squirrel showed up, and the squirrel was all blue, and then the mouse that Zeke had chased was all blue. I'm sorry, and the squirrel was all pink. And then they were having a good laugh. So right here on this sticky note, I'm going to write happy, okay, because they were laughing at the animals who came up on the porch. So I would like you today to take a book that you've been working on, take some sticky notes or just some little slips of paper, and I want you to reread that book again today. And I want you to notice, when do the characters' feelings change? When do they have a strong change in their feelings? Every time you notice a big change in the characters' feelings, I want you to stick your sticky note in there and you're going to write at the top, what is the feeling? And then at the bottom, why is the character feeling that way? And then maybe you could use those sticky notes and share those thoughts or ideas with mom or dad or a brother or sister, but keep them in your book because we're going to use that book for the next reading lesson. Okay, boys and girls? All right, have fun reading.